Welcome to Below Average Picks. This is week 14 of the NFL season. This is our 10th episode. I'm your host, Will Tracy, joined alongside, as always, by
Jelly.
Jelly Man. How are you feeling?
Feeling all right. This isn't like a slate that I'm too particularly excited about, but I think with our research, we should have some winners.
Yeah, I mean, we were I think we say this every week, but we'll say it again. The way we pick the games is we text each other the games we like on the slate, and then all those games get added to the card, and each of us gets a pick for the games we chose, of course, but we also pick for the games the other person chose. And Dylan literally texted me, he's like, I don't even really like any of these games. I think he ended up throwing 2 in there. I have like 3, but again, this is a fucking disgusting week.
We do it for our fans.
Yeah, and speaking of our fans, 50 subscribers, guys. Confetti, everything.
Woo!
Yeah, this is incredible. This happened maybe today or yesterday.
We jumped up from we gained 40 something in the past 2 weeks of videos. It's crazy.
And we had the video 2 weeks ago. That was week 12's episode, is at 1.3 thousand views right now. And I think it has a decent amount of likes too, actually. So that's really cool. Thank you, guys. The following week, not as good. Guys, what the fuck? I think it's at 200 right now, which is still good.
YouTube, though.
We got to manage our expectations. Yeah, you want to tell them about the updates you just made to the channel?
Yeah, we did add our top videos to our homepage as well. So that clears up the blank homepage. So that would be easier for people to hop onto our channel and then see our top videos. But yeah, I mean 12 days ago we were getting 15 views, and I think we put out our 10 subscriber special, and now we have 52 subscribers.
Now we're at a 50 subscriber special.
To think about, yeah, I know. So
incredible.
Appreciate y'all watching and stuff. So
yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy recording the episodes. I'm glad that some people are maybe enjoying watching them. I don't know. We'll we all know.
And we have had a lot more comments too. We saw people asking you about questions and stuff. So
yeah,
that is cool to see. But
I don't have the guy's name up.
Ask a question. Yeah,
I don't have the guy's name up.
Said that he has a question.
This is more of a discussion. You could just ask the question. I'm not gonna grant you permission like some king.
Yeah,
pointing you with a stick. And ask.
Yeah, exactly. Ask, and then we can always just reply to the comment right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Or if it's a really good question, we might bring it up in an episode. Or if it's a really horrible question, we might make fun of you for 30 seconds.
Mechanical mayhem.
Yeah, that guy. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on him. Any other updates out of you before we go into last week's record? Again, I should have mentioned this a little bit earlier. Maybe we had 2 in-person episodes that did very well because we were home for the holidays. We are now not. The holidays are gone, so
we're taking about a 2-episode break because I think you come home a week after me. But
when do you go home for?
Wednesday, I leave.
The 11th?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're barely in Florida.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Then you're coming home closer to Christmas, so we should have about 2 episodes back to this normal setup, and then hopefully we can get at least 2, maybe 3 more in-person episodes.
Yeah, we'll have at least
1 more in person for sure coming up in.
Yes.
More.
At least 1, potentially 3. That might be tough. Probably 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys seem to like the in-person ones more, just based off of the views and everything. So I mean, we are
it's a better dynamic.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna try to get more of those out when we're back home for the Christmas holiday. So.
Definitely, yeah. But we're giving you guys a Zoom episode or the StreamYard episode, whatever it is. Yeah. And these are good too. We have a good time with these, so give it a chance. If there's nothing else, we can dive into last week's record, Jelly.
Yeah, last week wasn't too hot.
No, not too hot. This was your first losing week in a while, right?
Yeah. I think the week prior went 1-1, so kind of
Yeah.
like a wash, but definitely was on a heater before. I think I was like 10-2 the following weeks previously. So a little regression, but that's kind of what you expect when like you're skyrocketing up, but still, with this week, I think we can steal some wins back. So
There you go. Even without maybe feeling the best about the card, you might
yeah.
get back in the winning column
No, I mean, I'm still in the winning column, but the margin,
for the
as
week, for the
anticipated.
week, for
Yeah,
the week,
yeah,
for the
exactly.
week.
I
Yeah.
mean,
So
we were both negative. We
yeah,
had some tough games that like swung, the positive week to the negative week, which really
yeah.
sucked. But
I can't remember the last time I had a positive week. To be honest with you, like it's been, I don't remember it. I 2-3 this week, as you can see. The games we had a few that were just like the Jets, dude. Like I don't think I can
yeah,
ever
what did we lose on? We won on the Jags. Mac
the
Jones,
Jags.
amazing 8-point backdoor cover. I thought
Actually,
that I was getting fucking reverse swept, but Mac Jones comes in there after Trevor Lawrence gets fucking killed by
yeah,
that
that
dirty
fucking
hit.
guy. Yeah,
But holy crap, the backdoor plus a 2-point had me. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
that was
electric.
that was needed.
And then
That
it
was
just like
needed.
went way downhill. I mean, like the Bengals, I think I saw a stat that they have like teams that have scored like 34 or more points are like 50 and like two or I mean like 50 is like probably an exaggeration, but like a lot of wins with only two losses, and the Bengals are like 3-3 like with that, which is like insane. They put up 38 points and lost,
Yeah.
so they obviously didn't cover. I mean, like the Jets, I'll let you talk about them because like if I mention them, I'll blow my head off. Like that
I
was
mean, I lose on them more than you lose on them, but that game was just I have no word. Like I would love
they
to sit on them, but I have no words. Like it's just so bad.
they are just a tough team to watch. They literally could have won 28-7. Instead, I mean, like Rodgers misses Wilson, a beautiful route run by him,
Dude, great route,
misses a
wide open.
touchdown.
Yeah,
The next play, a fat lineman runs back a 94-yard interception, and then,
revenge game.
then and then they don't score a single point in the second half. I mean, like
Yeah,
that was just hard to have, and like we were all over that line movement too. Like
dude. Like it should have hit too. Like we should have been sharp, and it's just like
I
so
know.
annoying. I'm sitting watching the game
And
with
it started off amazingly, dude. We were
dude.
up
It
like
was like I
21
was
to
like,
6.
yeah, I'm so smart. Look, it's not even be
Wait,
close.
yeah.
Like everyone's on the Seahawks. I saw the line move. I'm on the Jets. I'm sitting watching the game with Tony, and by the end of the game, I'm looking at him. He's a Jets fan, and I'm looking at him. And I'm saying like, how do you watch this every week? Like this is so bad. I don't even know. I would blow my brains out if I like. It's so bad.
Yeah, I mean
So
that was like the definition of like the witching hour for like the sports betting side. It's like like people who took the Jets probably were like calling it by halftime, be like a lock, that's a win, and then I
yeah,
don't even know. That
I
was
think
tough.
we're episode 10 right now. The Jets, I think maybe I'm on record like 6, 7 times. I've not gotten them right once. I don't think I can have them on again. It sucks. I really wanted to get them right, but it's just not in the cards for like it's just impossible for me.
And like that was like the game to get them right too. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only games with the Jets that I've won were like fading them, and I think I like recently started to fade them besides taking them last week, and I've won those. So I mean, it's been a roller coaster with them. And then what was the last game we had? We had
Vikes Cardinals.
the Ravens,
No, the
and
Ravens,
Vikes Cardinals.
Ravens were 2 weeks
Oh
ago. We were not on the Ravens last week.
yeah, the Ravens and Eagles.
That
Oh yeah,
was not on the
yeah,
cards.
yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
not on the
yeah,
card.
yeah. Whatever. I mean,
Vikings. Yeah, it
Vikes
was Vikings
Cardinals.
Cardinals, and I was sharp on this game. This was one that I kind of forced to be on the card. I really just loved a lot the way the line was moving. You flipped on this game if you remember. I
Yeah,
stayed on the Cardinals, and it was locked.
yeah, because I remember talking last episode that when you originally texted me, I was on the Cardinals, and then like last second switched it to the Vikings.
Yeah,
I mean, the Vikings did end up winning, but like they were trailing the whole game and basically won because the Cardinals like threw a pick on like the
yeah,
last
it
drive.
was not like a
So
convincing.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's not a close win. I mean,
I was never worried about the spread in that game.
Yeah. I mean, like, basically, when, like, the Vikings kicked the field goal to go up one, I was like, yeah, I mean, like, Tracy's got a lock win either way.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the
that was
last
just
thing
tough,
I'll mention, yeah, those are all the games. I added an additional pick to my game or to my card, and that was the under 47.5 in the
Bengals game. Yeah.
And that game was the highest scoring game in the NFL season. I think I
They
saw.
put up like 80 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Steelers were like 3 points away from covering the over by themselves.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
It
was covered at halftime, the over. That
Yeah.
they all count the same though. Like I'd rather lose by a million than
I know, same.
like go 48 in the last second. That would hurt.
Yeah,
so I would mention that, but that was bad.
Exactly. I would rather lose it over with how that Steelers game played out than like lose the Jets the way the Jets lost that. 1,000%.
So again, just a fucking stupid. Like the NFL this season is with how we're losing some of these games with the Jets every week and the Bengals
every year is like it's tough to watch. Like
some of these teams. Well, we keep putting them on our card. We do pick our card.
I mean, we do because it is the NFL season, but it's whatever. But that brings our year to date.
Yeah.
I'm 25, 22, and 1. It was a great couple weeks for me the past couple weeks, but the past 2 weeks, I think I've been like neutral and then negative. So the margins, coming closer to even. But Tracy over here, what do you got to say?
So 19, 30, and 1. How many weeks do we're week 14? So we have what? Like
we got like what? We got like 4. Yeah, 4 right, more after this one. Yeah, so 5. Yeah.
So, okay, well, I'm 11 under, so I need to go on average about 2.5 over each week. Okay, it's bad. I have no words. Like it's not a good. I'm not. And the crazy thing is, my pool where we pick the spread of every game every week, I'm like amazing. Like it's like ridiculous. I don't know what the difference is, but I get on here and I just don't. I don't pick with confidence. I don't like.
No, yeah, like that is like something that I've like realized like while like sports betting personally. It's like I like will like say a bunch of games I like, then like only actually bet on the losers from that while the ones I stay off like win. Yeah. So like that's like
I have going on right now. Yeah. Just not doing great for you guys, but below average. Picks is the name of the show.
Way below average. I am barely surviving above average right now.
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. This is going to be a 5-game slate for you guys that we have coming up. It is currently Saturday evening.
Saturday night, 7 p.m.
The SEC championship game is going on right now, and we are filming to show you our dedication to giving you guys good content. So again, Saturday night, the spread shouldn't change that much at all. We'll get posted hopefully by game time, Dill.
Well, like with a 5-game slate, you can make up a lot of ground right now. So let's hope Tracy is out here,
If I go 5-0, I'll still be under 500.
Hey, but it would be close though.
Yes, it would be an improvement, of course. So that's the goal, as always. Hopefully, I can just finish the season with like a respectable total. Like this isn't even respectable right now.
Yeah.
But if I get some wins piling up in the last couple of weeks, I can just it'll look not as bad. That would be nice.
Exactly. So we'll just hop in on the first game, barn burner. So this was a game that I texted Will about. One of the 2 games that I liked. Panthers at Eagles, 13.5 spread for the Eagles.
It's big.
Yeah, but I'm taking Bryce Young. Bryce Young, is he back or no?
He
looked good.
I always thought he looked good. He's on the worst team in the NFL at every other position other than Adam Thielen, pretty much. So when people are like surprised he's not carrying them to the Super Bowl in year 2, it's like you guys need to give him some time. He does look good.
Yeah. I mean, so I will back the Panthers plus 13.5. It's a pretty big spread. By no means do I think the Panthers will win this game. Like, no chance. But I don't know if they will get blown out. So that's what I'm banking on. I am banking on what I've seen from Bryce Young past 2 weeks. They lost to the Chiefs by 3, and they lost in an overtime to the Bucs, which Bryce Young looked amazing.
Yeah.
And they had a chance to win, and Chuba Hubbard fumbled,
Chuba,
like
I think was his name.
Chuba, whatever, fumbled right in field goal range to win it. But
Yes.
I am liking the Bryce Young play from him. The passing game, I mean, like Thielen looked great last game too.
Yes.
Some crazy catches, and they weren't effective running it last week, and still should have won. So I gotta kind of like buy into what I've been seeing after Bryce Young became a starter again, because he has looked pretty good. Also, Blankenship and Sidney Brown are out, so that frees up the passing game for the Panthers a little more, which I think that Thielen connection will still be there. So I am hoping that the Panthers just don't get blown out. It's a little close game, a 10-point Birds win. It covers for me, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge number, 13.5. It's one of the bigger numbers, especially. It's weird, especially with the Panthers coming off a couple of good performances, like you said. I mean, both losses, but like tough games. They're playing tough. They look good on offense,
Yeah.
especially at certain times against the Bucs. I'm actually going to go Eagles here, though. I think the Chiefs actually, I think, have a pretty solid defense. So I don't really have. I guess that might be an outlier, but the Bucs defense is atrocious. So I think that's a big reason why Bryce Young looked good and they were able to stay in it. The Eagles defense this year is really, really, really good. I did not know they had the two guys out, like you said, but they still got Cooper DeJean, I think is his name. What's his Cooper DeJean?
Yeah, DeJean. It's a
He's
good
beast.
quarterback. Yeah. Cornerback.
Yeah. He's a beast. And I just think the Panthers might score like 3 points this game, to be honest with you. And the Eagles will win like 27 to like 3 or like 6 or something stupid like that. I just see a blowout. And even with the Panthers playing it close, I think this line is
Interesting.
kind of telling you Eagles. It's a little too big for how good the Panthers have been playing. So let's go Eagles.
I like it. So I guess we are just on the opposite spectrums of thinking. I think
Same concepts.
it will be, not a blowout, whatever. But yeah, I mean, only time can tell, because I don't know which Bryce Young will come out. Is it the Bryce Young from like the first 4 weeks, or the recent Bryce Young we have been seeing? So
yeah, and if you came out and played good and they lost by 7, like I wouldn't even be that surprised. It's just kind of going back to what I was saying. I'm gonna try to look at lines a little bit more. This line looks like too big for me, to be honest.
I mean, well, like the Eagles have been playing very well, like
very well.
It is hard to like not make the spread that high versus like a notorious horrible team. So I mean, but again, we'll see. But yeah, so next game we got Browns at Steelers, 6.5 favorites at home.
Yeah, this was one of my games that I sent over to the France. I just love the Steelers in this spot. They lost to the Browns 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that snowy Thursday game, you just know they hated how they lost that game in Cleveland. That hurt just not only their record, but just like they want to show they're a Super Bowl contending team. I don't think they are at all, to be honest with you. They're very good, but they're not beating the Chiefs. They're not beating. I know they already beat the Ravens. I don't think they're beating the Ravens in the playoffs. They're not beating the Bills in the playoffs. I'd say they're 4th in the AFC behind those 3 juggernauts. They're good, but that game kind of was a chance for them to go out and kill, and they didn't. And now I think they're just pissed. So they're going to go out, and the Browns are coming off that crazy Monday night game. They looked good, whatever, a little bit of hype. I think they're going to not perform at all really this game. Steelers have a tough defense, of course. Russell Wilson looked great against the Bengals. So I'm going to go Steelers minus 6.5. I think they win by like 10 plus here pretty easily.
100% agree with you. I think that this is like a revenge game for the Steelers from 2 weeks ago, right? They like lost. Yeah, exactly. And Cleveland coming off a short week. I mean, like the Steelers held Jameis to 219 yards with a pick 2 weeks ago, and like they still lost. And I mean, like the game that like Jameis like played well in on Thursday. It's like he still had like 2 or 3 picks, I think, like
Monday night.
Pick six, Monday, like 2 pick sixes, whatever, and like 2 of his touchdowns were like very deep bombs to like Judy. So I mean, like he is facing like a crazy good defense. I don't think the Steelers are gonna drop 2 games to them this year.
No.
I'm kind of thinking it will be like a blowout at home. So
Sweet. All right, yeah, this might be my favorite game on the card, honestly. It would be weird to see, the Browns just beat them 2 weeks ago, and I know they're going on the road this time, but it's a big spread, so I think it's
exactly.
time.
Yeah, I don't think the Browns short week are gonna steal another one from the Steelers. I mean, dude, like Russell Wilson was the best quarterback last week. He
Yes,
looked amazing.
I don't know how, but
So
yes, he
yeah.
is.
All right. Next game we got Seahawks at Cardinals.
You lead us
This
off.
was a game that I added. I'm gonna take the Cardinals right here. And they're 4-2 at home, 4-2 against the spread. Another divisional game, and kind of like the Steelers Browns game, played them 2 weeks ago as well, and they looked horrendous. They had like the lowest rushing attempts they had, I think, at like 13 or 14. They had like the lowest rushing yards, and like the Seahawks like didn't even look good that game, and still like easily beat them. And like last week too, like Geno didn't look good against the Jets either, and still won. So I mean, I like just can't see a world where the Cardinals like aren't improving in that run game, and I think that they get an easy win at home. Honestly,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm on the same side as you here. Cards minus 2.5. Okay, that's nice. I actually have 3 written down here, so line changed a bit before I
it
logged
is
on.
2.5 on DraftKings as of
Love it.
10 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, I love 2.5. If 2.5 is the number, I really, really love it. I just think this is another example, like Steelers and Browns, where it's a in division matchup where they've already played once 2 weeks ago. The Seahawks pulled away with that game. I don't see the Seahawks sweeping the series, and 2.5 is a really small number. So I'm going to go Cardinals. I think it'll be a split season series. And if they win, I mean, what are they going to win by 1 or 2? They don't cover whatever. I think they're going to win by 3+. I don't love like their team. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, other than the fact that they lost last time and they're home and it's a division game. I think they're going to win this time. I think it's that easy.
It is just that like I can't see a world where the Cardinals put up 6 fucking points again.
Yeah,
on like
and lose
47 rushing yards when like their offense kind of revolves through running with Connor in there, then that spreads open the pass game. So I mean,
then they're home. They're home.
Yeah. Home to a great home record against the spread as well. So this is like a Steelers situation. They are not going to lose both. So
exactly. That's the only reason I have for picking them, really.
Yeah. And then we got Bills at Rams.
Oh, this is not the spread of this game. Is it right now 4?
I saw on DraftKings 4 now.
That's good. I mean, I'd rather have 4. I just don't want our fans to think we're slating them here.
We are doing a quick double check.
3.5.
Guys. 3.5.
Yeah, we'll check FanDuel. I don't have FanDuel. FanDuel might be 4.
What are you checking on right now?
I checked DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings. Okay, yeah.
Check FanDuel because FanDuel might be 3.5, or FanDuel might be 4. Excuse me.
You gotta make me pop up my FanDuel. Yeah, I mean, like all of these spreads I look on are usually just DraftKings, but it could be different on some other sites. So
30 minutes. This is crazy. Yeah. This line is continuing to change like this.
We'll see right here. They got 3.5 as well on FanDuel. So okay, let me just change this up real quick for you guys.
Does that change your pick at all, Dill?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't change my pick. So
all right.
I mean, I clearly would like the +4, so that shows which team I'm on. So yes, I am on the Rams +3.5 or whatever line you get with whatever sportsbook you do. But I just like the Rams offense, man. Like Puka looked good. They have Kupp, obviously, and Kyron always seems to find the end zone and always gets somehow like 100 rushing yards. I just mainly am looking at the line. Like the Bills are a super team. They are amazing. It's a low spread right now. So like what I'm thinking is the Bills have locked in, the AFC East, whatever. And then they got a huge matchup versus the Lions the following week. So this game to them personally, like I don't think they will care as much. as on the flip side, I think the Rams need to win because if they don't win, that puts them in a 2-game hole. So I think McVay is going to throw the counter at them, the kitchen sink, whatever you want to call it, and they're going to come out there hot. So
yeah, I completely agree with everything you just said. More emphasis for me on the line movement. Everyone is on the Bills right now, and it opened at like 5.5.
perfect. Yeah,
And
that.
with everyone on the Bills, it has dropped to not 3.5, not even 4, 3.5. So this is screaming Rams, sharp play. And I didn't actually know I didn't know that they were playing the Lions. The Bills are playing the Lions next week until you
Yeah,
just did it. And now it
which is
makes a
a
lot of sense.
big matchup.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because they're going to
So
be, a little sidetracked with that
potential
game coming
Super
up.
Bowl
Yep.
potential, all that. So
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think they might get a little distracted with that game in 2 weeks. The Rams will come in. This is the Rams Super Bowl right now. They need to start winning
yeah,
every single
need to
game.
win, need to
Yeah,
win
I
for
don't
them.
even know if they'll actually win. I can actually see them losing by 3, like, vividly.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily love their team this year. They are home this game, but they got smoked by the Eagles at home last time. But I don't know. This is for me mostly emphasis on picking the Rams because of the way the line opened and has moved with the
Yeah,
public.
I did not even know about that movement. So like
Yeah,
I
let
kind
me
of
get the
like
exact
this
list
pick
real quick.
even more because usually when the public and money are getting hammered on a team, they don't become less favorited.
Yeah,
So I mean that is like a rule 101 for sports betting. So I mean I liked the Rams originally without that info, and now that I know that, I have said that before on previous pod or episodes, whatever, and like that is like something that I usually look forward or like look into when I'm
yeah,
choosing a game. So now I like that even more. So yeah.
yeah. I love that's all I look for, really. I mean, that was the Jags last week, the Cardinals last week, the Jets, of course, that should have hit too. So I think that's just the way I'm going to start betting, and this is one of those games that this is just screaming Rams with the way it has moved. So I don't even love the pick, but just trying to be sharp, and this is a sharp play here.
And now we're on our final game of the 5-game slate. We got the Bears at the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So before we talk about this, DraftKings had the -3. FanDuel has 3.5. So
Ooh.
again, a little variance on like the lines, which could help you depend on which side you're on. But as of right now, this is the DraftKings line. So
Which is what we are standard typically.
yeah,
What we usually look like. This was one of my games that I sent Dylan. Bears at Niners. This might be Sunday night football, I believe.
yeah. Yeah, like we like structure the games based on like time orders. So like this is either like the Sunday
This is
night
Sunday night
game or like the late 4
Yeah,
o'clock slate.
almost positive this is Sunday night football. I'm just shocked the spread is so small, and it's not an example of like last game where the public was all over the Bills and the spread was getting smaller, such a sharp play. The public is generally split, even a little more on the Bears from what I've seen here. And it's not like the line has moved anything crazy. I just think the Niners, like, yeah, they're missing McCaffrey and Mason, but anyone can come in and play running back for that team. And I know they've been riddled with injuries. They're not having a bad year. Last week was kind of a weird snow game. I don't really attribute much of that performance to what they actually are. They're coming back in Santa Clara this week, and the Bears suck. Let's stop messing around. The Bears are horrible. And I like the Niners -3.
Yeah, so you guys know that all year I've been a Bears hater. I've been a Caleb hater. Not this week. I'm taking
Wow,
the Bears. Taking the Bears.
bold pick.
What Caleb has shown me the past 3 weeks, especially as a DJ Moore fantasy owner, has been nothing but spectacular. He is finally hitting the receivers, which is so amazing to watch because they all were getting a high amount of targets, but just weren't completing the catches. But the past couple of weeks, we had DJ Moore catching 8, 9 catches. We have Keenan Allen catching like 8. And they're all catching touchdowns too. I mean, like Caleb's been throwing for over like 300 yards, like 4 touchdowns. He's looked amazing the past 2 weeks. And the Niners the past 2 weeks, they're getting outscored. Where do I have it? I have it written down 73-20 the past
Great
2
stuff.
weeks.
Who did they play 2 weeks ago?
Couldn't tell you. But they're getting outscored 73-20. Put up 10 points versus the Bills. They looked horrible. Yes, zero McCaffrey, zero Mason. I think that actually hurts them more than what you played it out to be, because on the receiver core, Debo has not looked good. I have no clue what is up with Brandon Ayuk. I haven't really followed the Niners, but also like leaving it to Juwan Jennings, the third string running back, and like a fat Debo Samuel with a Brock Purdy who just threw for 89 yards or like 92 yards. Doesn't snowing or not, dude, you throw like 90 yards. I don't.
It's
bad.
hard to throw the ball in the snow.
Bad, whatever. I mean, like Purdy hasn't looked good. He's coming off that injury. The Niners can't seem to score points. They were banged up. Is Trent Williams still out? Who knows? He was out last game, but still, like, their defense is still banged up with like Greenlaw and everything. I just don't like how the Niners are playing, and the Bears are smoking hot right now. So
I don't know if the Bears are smoking hot, but they've improved drastically.
Well, the team might not be smoking hot like overall, but Caleb Williams is undeniably playing amazing.
Yes,
from what he's been playing.
I know. I was trying to tell you.
I was a huge hater because like he would throw the ball so often, but wouldn't be able to complete passes. But now he's hitting people in the end zone. He's scrambling outside. He's completing his passes. It has looked good for Bears fans out there, and that has made me hop on the train, and I will be backing them this week. Yeah, first time I think I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah, I do believe this is your first time on the Bears. Yeah. A couple points real quick. 2 weeks ago, they played the Packers without Brock Purdy. A bit of a fluke, but still, I mean, their defense
got blown out still. I mean,
their defense did get smoked by the Packers, so not a great performance in any fashion. But they did have no Brock Purdy. Last week was in the snow against one of the best teams in the NFL. I'm not saying the Niners are good. They're definitely not what they have been the past couple of years. But the Bears, they're not fooling me yet. They're gonna have to win a game before they start fooling me.
The Bears got a good defense though, and with the weapons that the Niners have now for this game, like I don't know if that's enough because Debo is their only star right now, and he has been very mid. I don't know.
He's been mid. Guarendo's quick. Kittle out still? Kittle's playing, right?
I think Kittle's playing.
Kittle's great. Brock is good. Trent Williams is good. Maybe they can run the ball if he's playing. Juwan Jennings is solid. Their defense should be good, but is not playing good for some reason. I just think this is an example of the Niners. The Bears are not going to beat the Niners. Like, they're not there yet. I understand that Bears are looking good. Niners are looking bad. This is not a flip yet. You got a couple more years before you can flip and beat the Niners at home.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think that, like, if you were to back the Bears for one game going forward for the rest of the season, this is probably the game that I would say to hop on.
Why?
Because, like, if the Bears don't cover this game or win, then I'm probably never going to touch them again. So, like, this is, like, they're, like, one shot for me to, like, win with them, because if not, I will never put them on a card, because previously, besides this week, as I've said, a big Caleb hater, a big Bears overall hater. So
we all have teams that we don't put on the card anymore. I think the Cowboys are one of those teams. The Jets are certainly one of those teams. The Bears could become one of those.
The Cowboys I kind of did like a little bit. It was a team that was on the fence to be added to the card, but again, they are the Bengals, the +5.5 at home.
The Bengals on the card, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really put either of those teams on the card because they don't win us games.
So. Yeah, I did pick the Cowboys in my pool +5.5, but I'm not giving it out as a pick on below average picks. So this will not affect the record. Just want to let you guys know.
Exactly. So I mean, that's a 5-game slate. How are you feeling about it after talking through and like seeing what I'm on?
Yeah, this is maybe my least favorite slate that I've done so far in our 10 episodes. But like we said going in, this slate was disgusting. neither of us really loved like any of these games. Like last week, I felt great about the slate, and I only went 2-3, so maybe it'll be flip flop this week. Eagles, it's gross. It's a big number. I just think they're like much better. I think Bryce will have another horrible game like he used to against some of these crazy defenses with no weapons. Steelers, I think revenge, like we talked about, they'll blow them out. Cardinals, again, I don't think the Seahawks are going to sweep that series. So 1-1, Cardinals should be able to cover if they win. Just given that the line's 2.5. Bills at Rams. This is the one game that I like my sharp play on out of all the games this week. Rams, because of the line movement where the public is, and then I just think the Niners are better than the Bears, and we'll cover 3. I don't really love it's an okay slate.
Yeah, like when we were talking about this beforehand, like the same thing. Didn't really love too many of these games because no sharp lines popped out to me right away. But after talking about the Rams Bills for say how they're getting more bets in on them, but becoming less favorite, I didn't see that. So now I'd like the Rams more. Steelers too. It's the more we talked about that revenge game that can't drop 2, it got me more excited about a potential Steelers blowout, etc. So as we've talked through, explained our reasonings, I am starting to like the picks way more than I did previously before we started filming. So I mean that is always something good too, just hearing your reasons, my reasons, and it kind of just all meshes together, to a solid pick, from when we probably just started, probably just a shaky pick, so.
Yeah, that usually happens when we start walking through them together and speaking it into existence. I feel a little bit more confident. So I've had that experience before. And the 2 games you just said, I think Rams and Steelers are probably my 2 favorite on the card. Those games just make sense to me the way we went through them. Cards might be in there too. But I mean, 5 game slate for you guys. We could have a lot of movement on the year to date totals, hopefully in a good way. I mean, we're backing each other in 4 of these games, right? Or no, 3.
3.
Yeah. 3 so it'll actually kind of be split.
Yeah, so I'll take a 3 at 2 at worst and you a 2 at 3, and then I'm still positive and you're just bad. So
I won't accept that. That's non-negotiable. No. I'm gonna go 5-0 this week. And I'm not gonna lose a game for the rest of the season.
Should we do another wager then?
What do you want to wager?
So potentially
you buy me a flight to go down to Florida.
Is a 3-2, 2-3 flip because we're on 3 off 2, right? So
yes, correct.
We okay. How about this? We won't tell them the punishment. We will save that for the in-person episode. So it surprises them. But if I win the week 3-2. Then you do said punishment, and vice versa.
Punishment.
Well, exactly. No. Well, the reason why I'm saying this is because I haven't thought of one yet. But it will be a surprise for the in-person video.
Well, I'm not going to agree to a punishment because I don't have any in my head. I don't know. I want to know what I'm agreeing to before I agree to it. I think is
no. Well, it will be something along the lines of our last wager with wear something ridiculous or whatever the set the third. I don't know.
So you're on Panthers and Bears.
We don't got a lot of weeks left, Tracy. So let's make it fun.
All right, you're right. Look, if I go 2-3 and you go 3-2, and then you're like, oh, now you have to shoot yourself. You're a little pushback from my end. But I will do something of appropriate measure. If that.
All right. Okay. How about this too? We will post the punishment in our first TikTok video coming soon.
No, our first TikTok video. The TikTok it's going to come soon for you guys. We're working on it. We were thinking of, I guess that's an option too. But we were also thinking of having the first TikTok video kind of be a compilation of all the times we've said that TikTok's coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely by now have a lot of material to post TikToks. It's more just actually sitting down to post one. So I mean, the TikTok will definitely come before the NFL season's over.
No, it won't. I'll make promises we can't keep.
It will definitely, like, mark my words, before week 18, there will be a TikTok posted on below average picks.
Okay. Your words have been marked in my book because now it's on your plate. I'm not fucking posting a TikTok.
What? No. You were still posting it, but I'm telling the viewers that Tracy will post our first TikTok before the week or before week 18 is over.
Why am I posting it?
Because you're the TikTok guru.
No, I'm not, dude. You're the TikTok guru.
All right,
You
whatever.
used to post those videos of you dancing, in college.
Yeah. You don't got to talk about that.
Hey, I posted a golf TikTok videos. Now those were actually cool though. That's the difference.
Yeah, see, like, it's like sports related, golf, football, all that, So you have more experience.
You made a guarantee to our viewers, and now you're saying that like someone like I.
All right. It will be posted before the NFL season's over.
All right, you heard it here first, fellas.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah. All right. I mean, good 5-game slate again. It's Saturday night. Line should not be changing that much. Maybe a bit, but nothing too crazy. We'll get the TikTok going. Merch link below.
To YouTube as well. Always. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, like, we have loved reading the comments from like the past 2 videos because like they like have been way more comments than normal. So like, again, if you guys like have questions, just like type it out there, then like one of us will like respond. So that is always something to see. Just like really liking the engagement that like we have had the past 2 weeks. So that really inspires us to like put out more, like better quality videos and everything. So
100%, man. We do it for you guys. That's why we get into it.
Why.
We like the interactions in the comments.
And we don't even get paid. So that's how
that's
how you guys know.
Thank God you brought this up. I did a bit of research. I think I texted you. I believe we will start getting paid when we hit 500 subscribers.
And we just hit 50.
We just hit 50. So we need you guys to, tell your friends, your family, whoever, to hit that sub button, man. If you guys want to. We put out good
what
content.
Is that? 10 weeks and we've gained 50 subs.
5 a week.
Yeah, so I mean, we are gonna be having to do sports
3 years.
Sports year round.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. Leave in the comments.
Comment down below too. Yeah, go ahead.
Some of our buddies were thinking of keeping it going past the NFL season for like college basketball or the NBA or whatever. Like once a week, we drop an episode. I could see both sides of that coin. This is technically all picks show. I mean, that would make sense. But we've only done football so far, so let us know what you guys would think about continuing the episodes past week 18.
Also, like maybe we like can sprinkle in some like college football too. Maybe like these like past couple of weeks as the playoffs approach for them.
We could, yeah, we could.
It's a possibility. I mean, just comment below. I mean, because like we are just strictly on the NFL right now, but like we also watch college football a lot too. So like if that's something that you guys would also like to hear our thoughts on, just tell us.
For sure. Okay. I mean, I think that's a pretty solid episode. Like and subscribe, of course. Again, road to 500 so we can start getting paid. Right now we're doing the shit for free. Can you believe that?
And I think that we're at like 13,000 hours viewed. No, that sounds way super high.
Not even close. I don't think. They could add 24 total hours. That's what we were at.
Oh, yeah. 23 hours. Yeah. And we need like 1,000 hours watched.
I don't know what I was looking at. I didn't see necessarily hours watched. I think it was like content produced. I don't fucking know. It's a problem for when we get to 500 subscribers at first.
Yeah, that is the goal. I mean, like we have hit milestones past 2 weeks. 10 subscribers, 25, 34, whatever, 50. I mean,
we're at 7.
We have 50 fucking people subscribing to our channel that like we just randomly thought to do 10 weeks ago. So I mean, that is like super cool to see.
Super cool. But, it's been awesome. We're having a good time with it, and we're glad that some of you guys are too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I think nothing else to add in, right? Other than like and subscribe.
Yep. And we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.